Good morning, boys and girls. Let's speak today about some talking points about expansion. What is expansion? Why is it so crucial for the new human being? Well, you'll expand in many ways. You'll expand in your mind, in your emotions, in your feelings, in your thought process. Your soul is constantly here to expand. If there's one thing that you take away from this, just remember that one thing. Everything is leading to expansion. Now I'll just cover some talking points to keep it focused. Otherwise my mind will go in all directions. Okay, what is it? What is expansion of soul? First of all, it is multi-layered and multi-dimensional. Two things. The layers of your soul takes you through. Mental, physical, emotionals are designed inherently to give you a new meaning to your breath. Your breath of life, you're breathing in and out. You've got certain number of breaths to live from your birth till your death. So this is the life period you have in this life. You'll have many lives, that's a different matter. But it gives meaning to your breathing. It gives meaning to the very life that you are breathing. Your soul is constantly expanding with every breath. Okay? Reasons of why you're still breathing and living in a body. Why are you still here, even watching this? Will it take on newer and newer meanings for you personally in your life. Every breath will determine a new meaning of life, unless your mind is constantly chattering and keep playing the same stories. Because remember, I told you, mind only knows the past. It only can bring you from the past till the current moment of your breath. It cannot take you to the future. Mind it needs to be emptied, and intuition and knowledge and understanding needs to be brought in for it to go to the future. That's one thing. Newer and newer meanings, that's the expansion. Multi-dimensional meaning, it can go in all directions all at once. You see that circle with the action of expand in all directions it will go. I have classified into 6. So if you're seeking knowledge, it can give you understanding. If you're seeking understanding, it can give you compassion. If you're seeking compassion, it can bring you balance. If you're expanding to beauty, it can give you love. So it goes in all directions all at once. Now this is something, as we see, mind cannot comprehend. Mind can only process one thing at a time. You cannot process all things all at once. But this is the way universe works. This is the way your soul is working all the time. So one thing create something in some other part of your life. You understand this about this person, so you ponder and think, oh, this is why this kind of a thing happened in my life. Or if you're studying some piece of knowledge and you go back all the way back to your past when you were a kid or something, and you think, oh, now I understand that piece of bit more. What is this? This is multidimensionality. It can go in all directions all at once, not at a time in one direction. Nothing is unidirectional when it comes to multidimensionality. It goes in all directions, and you get a hint from that picture over there in the top left corner. How does it work? Expansion is the core of all learning in life. All learning is experience-based learning. Your soul is constantly moving in the direction of expansion of learning. You're learning something all the time, and that learning means experience. Learning does not mean your degree certificates, okay? It means experience. Even you're taking a degree certificate and going through your graduation of studying all the education, whatever you're doing, is that learning. It's an experience. So expect very different experiences when you start to open up. What do you mean by open up? When you start opening your heart, minds and feelings to this idea that I'm presenting here and all the other podcasts, when you start opening up, if you're closed-minded, none of this will make sense, you can just leave. If you're opening up to this idea, that's what I mean by open up, which mind cannot predict or control, that is what awakening feels like. When I say awakening, what does it mean? All of this. You're getting awake to more and more things of life. More and more aspects of your experience in life, learning through experience, experiential learning. That's what awakening feels like, being completely out of control, quote unquote. The mind is being protective by bringing in your past experiences. This is why mind blocks awakening. Why? Because it is trying to protect you from harm. Look at it that way. Your mind is trying to always reason, logic, control the reality of yours physically, mentally, emotionally. You want to keep things under control, fixed. This fixity of mind comes from the energy of wanting to be in control, comes from the attitude of being a protection. It's a protection for you. So mind is being protective by bringing in your past experiences. This past experiences meaning even past life and present life experiences, okay? And trying to always be on caution. You're always on the guard. Like, what is this person trying to sell to me, or what is it that is going on in my life? You're always cautious of other human beings, of other experiences that you have. When you step out of your home, you're cautious. This is the guard. Mind is always on the guard. Will always be shattered by your soul. This is how people are shocked at whatever new things, experiences of life. They might go out in their cars and bump against somebody and have a car accident, and they are shocked. The first thing that happens is a shock, because the reality of the external shocked the mind into unpredictability. I could not predict that would happen today. Or you go to work and something completely unpredictable happens. You lose your job, or somebody lays you off. This is the way the soul shocks the person into not having a monotonous life. Okay, this will always be shattered by your soul. So why not try and be adventurous, be brave, and step forward? Remember, even the most downward experience of life and living, even from your past lives, is a learning leading to expansion. Now, this is one of the tricky things for people to understand. Nothing is really contracting. Even if you have had a bad experience, a bad incident, or bad people you have engaged with before, your friends, your family, your colleagues, different types of companies you went to, all of this is still an expansion. Means you have learned something and you have become slightly more because of that. Slightly. That's expansion. Nothing is lost or hidden in the universes, in all universes. You're always living out all your past lives as the present life, even the present life. The future you is being created with this, but to bring future, you must engage intuition, desire, joy, and love. See how expanded these feelings are. These are the tools of stretch. The soul wants to always stretch beyond the point that it is today, beyond the point that it is now. What more can I experience? What more can I do? And in all those ways, which is in the top right corner, top left corner over there. It can be love, knowledge, understanding, compassion, balance, beauty, any one of these. And all of these even. So you must engage intuition, desire, joy, and love. If you consciously engage this, consciously being the word there, okay? If you consciously engage this stretch of soul in your daily life, it will grow and bloom. It is constantly seeking growth and blooming. Just look at nature. Any of these examples you want, just look at nature. You cannot contain nature. It is always blooming. New things always come up. Plants always find a ways to bloom. Rain always finds a way to come. Sun always finds a way to shine even through the darkest clouds, and so on and so forth. Use nature as an example. If you consciously engage this stretch of soul in your daily life, it will grow and bloom. Constant, never-ending expansion. This is the desire of the universe and your soul, because it's part of the universe. The core of your soul desire, wherever your bliss really blooms, you have to seek that. Expansion is the fire of your soul. Tuning it will always ignite you. The ignition of the heart we are speaking of here. Okay, the fire inside your heart, the fire in your belly. So expansion is the fire of your soul. Tuning it will always ignite you, bring joy of life. This is the joy of living, joie de vivre, as they say in French. Bring love, compassion, passionate in all things that you do. If you don't engage with expansion, that's the dead energy you feel like. You feel like everything is pretty dead. I'm not feeling the fire. I'm not feeling the passion. Disengaging with this just goes to show that you need to focus on three other parts of the actions. Which are the three other parts we see here? We are talking about, look at the lower left corner, expand we are talking about. You need to maybe engage more. You need to talk to other people. You need to engage with the social media maybe. You need to regenerate. You need to sleep it out. You need to create something, as we spoke about in the create part. So, in the context of soul, expansion is always positive, outward, more and more wiser, more powerful energy, more presence of you. You can keep becoming more and more and more. That's all you can keep becoming. Okay? Expansion is always positive, outward, more and more. The presence of you will also expand. Be it in past life, present life, because all present life is the combination of all the past lives. The future selves that you will embody. You're not embodied the future self yet. You can drag that future self and bring it here by creating something new. Even your worst circumstances of life, now pay careful attention to this, even the worst circumstances of your life, living and reality as you have experienced are expansion of you as a soul. Because soul is constantly learning through experience. For all you have learned through experience of life and reality using your mind, emotions and physical being. There is no such thing as contraction, it's an ever expansion of soul and all souls here and everything living here and non-living here. How does expansion work with the 6 parts of the human being? Just summarize here for the 6 ones. Expand your love. What does it mean? Like your sense of what love means to you expands. Your love can mean any number of things, even those 6 aspects that we talk about, one overlapping the other. On the top right corner, look at the figure on the top right corner, left corner. Knowledge, understanding, compassion, one can lead to the other, as you can see. It's not one thing happening at the same time. Any number of things are going on, overlapping all the time. So you have to deliberately decide, keyword deliberately, for each day what would you love to do today. Today, it's just today. You're living in the today, not in the past, not in the future, but you're creating the future from today. Each day presents itself as an opportunity for you to do this. It may be love of work, love of plants and animals, love of other human beings, or causes, social causes maybe. Anything you can imagine. Really, where will you be bringing your love today? Where will you be bringing your love? Expand your knowledge. We come to the second part, love. We are talking about expanding knowledge. The knowledge that humanity has gathered so far is like a relay race where the baton is being passed on to you. Some other person from the past generation of humanity has passed the baton to you to take it forward in your life, make it more refined, change it more to meet the real human and the earth model that we have spoken of in other podcasts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go through other collaborative education and research series and the new human being series. So heart, higher mind, you're bringing it to work. Make it something grander. Grandness is what the human soul craves for. Grand, passionate, glorious, these words, use these words. Something more higher, something revolutionary. Making breakthroughs maybe in science. That is expanding your knowledge. Expand your understanding. Understanding is the energy of I now know how it feels. I know now how it feels, what it is, and I also understand why you are feeling and thinking the way you do. This is from one human to another, obviously. Understanding is a blended energy of heart and mind. So you understand as an experience or knowledge in your mind, but when you're talking to another person, you also bring your heart. It's a blended energy. So what expanded understanding can you bring today to the people around you? Your friend, your children, your family, your colleagues. Expand your compassion. Expanding compassion would feel like, remember I always speak in terms of what feels like. That's the quickest way to convey meaning. Expanding compassion would feel like, yes, I know what you are going through. Even though I do not understand it, I believe you are as human as I am. And I shall help you today in whatever little ways I can. Just drink that in for a moment. That's what expanding compassion feels like. You may not understand it. You may not even have the same experience that the person next to you is having or whom you are talking to. But this is what it feels like. What expanded compassion could you bring to the people and the world around you today? Think about this. Bring this every day. Expand your balance. Expanding balance looks and feels like, yes, I am where I am today, have learned and experienced all that I have experienced so far, and I would like to center in myself, bring my left and the right halves together in the center, my body, mind, my emotion, all parts of my being, in the center of my body. You have to intend these things. Intention is one thing and attention is one thing. Understand the English language here a bit. Attention means things which is going out. The tensing part is the life energy of you focusing on something external to your attention. Intention is taking that life energy inward. You need both to sit and balance your stuff. So you would do well with this particular intent. Yes, I am where I am today. Towards the end of the day, I suggest it's beneficial before you go to sleep. I have learned all that I can. I have done whatever I could in the best possible way I can, and now I bring my left and right and top and bottom, inside, outside, everything to a place of balance within myself. Okay? That is expanding your balance. Expand your beauty. What about expansion of beauty? What is that about? Expanding your beauty would look like, I am good and beautiful as I am. All the warts and wounds that I have made it this far. And who would I compare myself to when there is truly no one like me in the universe? It's never going to be. You are a unique individual. There's not going to be a clone of you ever, anywhere. It's just very unique. Even astrology speaks of this. There's no one else in the entire world like me, neither will there ever be. I'm uniquely gorgeous, passionate, wonderful, tender, and awesome as I am. Okay? So I'll leave you with this much. Quite a lot of energy I have shared. Be safe, be awesome wherever you are, and I will catch you in the next. Bye bye.